Hello everyone, it's Monika and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm coming to you with our Fancy Fold Craft Challenge 2023. It's a monthly challenge, it's an open collaboration, but there are other three crafters which are taking part with me in this challenge every single month. But if you want to join in, you just add hashtag FFC Challenge 2023 and you can also join the Facebook group Fancy Fold Craft Challenge. I didn't include 2023 because I feel like we might carry on as long as we want to, basically, because I want to create a community and it's nice to share your crafts as well. So if you want to join with our challenge, just make sure that you add that hashtag, and if you join the Facebook group, you can add your project for that current month in the album I create for every single month. So this month we are working with Gatefold cards, and I'm sure some of us will create different ones, so it's nice to go and check out each other social media, YouTube channels. I'm going to include links to Monika. She's a crafting with quilling lady, Shannon, art junkie, and Christine from Christine's Cards and Things. Links below the video so you can check them out, because these are the ladies who are taking part every single month in this collaboration. So let me start with that gatefold card. So basically I wrote it on a piece of paper. I will try to prepare a PDF. If yes, then I'm going to include the link below the video, and then I'm going to add the information on the screen as well somewhere. So basically you need the cardstock measuring 5.5 inches by 11. That's what I have right now, and now I'm going to score it at 2 3/4 and 8 1/4. So let me do that first. So 2 3/4 and 8 and 1/4 of an inch, and that should create our gatefold card, standard gatefold card. So let's see if it's going to work. And it does. So these are the measurements for your 5 inches by 5 inches card base for the gatefold card, 5.5 by 5.5. And now I prepared all the mats and layers. So what I did, we scored it at 2 3/4. So we're going to have the mat measuring 2.5 inches by 5 and decreasing by 5, so 5 1/4. Yes. And then another layer. So let me put this together so you can see everything. And my gatefold card will have something which is called floating element inside the card. This is the first time I'm doing this, so I wanted to add something else to the standard gatefold card, and maybe I can inspire you to create something similar. I wrote all the measurements, so it's going to be easy for you to follow as well. And later on I'm going to show you exactly what kind of papers I'm using, because for the card base I'm using white cardstock. It's a card from Crafter's Companion, which is called multi-purpose card. It's good for creating card bases, for stamping, for die cutting if you want white elements, as I prepared over here. So you can use that paper for different things. So I'm adding another mat on the other side. I will try to include the measurements for all the mats and layers, so you don't have to think about it. But basically what I do with every single card I create is to decrease every single layer by 5 millimeters, or a quarter of an inch, So I'm decorating the inside, but I'm not going to put all those. I've got one extra for some reason. I'm not going to add decorative panel on this side because this is how I do it. But you can create it in a different way if you want to. And thank you for joining our Facebook group. We've got a lot of nice people joining in and commenting and liking each other's work, which is really nice, and that's what I want to do. I prefer for the group not to be extremely big, because this way everyone gets to be acknowledged, which that's what's my aim. Because sometimes you add your inspiration to these massive groups and no one actually sees your work, or no one actually comments under your work, and which makes especially new crafters a bit maybe not upset but disappointed. But maybe some people, they don't like it. So as you can see, that's the inside of my card, and maybe I can show you the papers I'm using for this. So these are quite new papers from Crafter's Companion. This one is pearlescent card, 12 by 12 inches and 240 GSM, and it's called a spring sorbet. And there is this matching paper pad, decorative paper pad, beginning of spring. This one is 12 by 12 by Crafter's Companion, and this one has papers and elements for fussy cutting and pre-cut. These are like pieces you can push out. So as you can see, I use some of them. These are elements you can cut out, and the last sheet are stickers. So you can use the stickers to decorate your happy mails or something. I like those pads, and I use quite a lot of them already. So I hope, if you don't know it, just go to Crafter's Companion, which I'm going to link below the video as well, so you can check it out. So let me add this one, and yeah, we can decorate the front. So have you done any of those gatefold cards? Because there are so many of them, different types, and you can create so many different effects with your gatefold cards. I know that Monika is creating something more fancy as well. And other ladies, Christine and Shannon, they've got different take on those. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to create my front. So what I did, I took this, I was actually thinking to create a slightly bigger rectangle, but then I found this cutting die, again from Crafter's Companion. This one is called Grand Circle. I used it a few times before, and I like it because it has so many, there are actually 5 cutting dies inside, and you can create this funky effect. I haven't tried it yet because the first circle doesn't have this cutting edge here in the middle, so you can create different effects. And as you can see, there are different sizes and different, so you've got that beautiful, what I like in some of the dies, that you've got that base and you can create a beautiful beautiful topper or doily. So I'm adding the glue only here, and then I'm going to maneuver this one so it can look really nicely on that background which you create with that die as well. And I received only today, I received those flowers which I ordered from AliExpress. I had them before, and these are like from that fabric, got different colors as well, and I really like them. These are like 2, and these are really puffy. So if you are interested about that, I can link that below as well, so you can check it out. I had them before and I really like them. So but they are quite big, they're about 6 centimeters. So let me maybe put this one on. So let me just grab it this way, and the glue to one side because you want your card to open nicely, and of course I will try to focus and put it in the center. And you can create, you can use circle, oval, square, whichever shape. I was actually considering different cutting die, but it was quite big. It was about 5 inches and my base is 5.5 inches. So I wasn't sure about that. So let me, oh, I forgot to switch on my hot glue gun. So let me just do it now. And I've got this flower which I'm going to use, which I think works with this. And I didn't want to cut any green leaves because I'm going to use this from Frosty and Bright, that winter collection. I took that frosted sea glass water reactive ink, and let's see if it's going to work. I'm not sure about this color, but I will just add a little bit, not too much, just to add the color to that white card. So that's again the same white card which I use for the base and for that base for the doily. So I think, yeah, it should work, and the color will stand out a little bit more, so I hope it will be okay. So a few more. I'm not sure if I'm going to use all of them, but let me see. So how many of you actually joined with this challenge? We started in January. It's already March. I can't believe it. We only had Christmas just not that long time ago, and we are coming to Easter. I was looking at the calendar just this morning and chatting with my daughters and thinking about Easter break, but it's coming up so soon. I would love to go away, but let's see. Okay, so I think the glue gun is not ready, so let me focus on the on this one. So this one is with the measurements. So that's we are here, floating element mechanism. So I cut, but it can be different for you depending on what kind of card you're working on. So I cut a strip of paper measuring a 1.5 inch by 4.5, and I scored it at 1 inch. And you had that little sliver to put it all together. So you need like a cube. So let me do that. And let me put this together, and we can do the mechanism first, and then I'm going to put the flower. So make sure that you burnish all the score lines really well, because how it's going to fold and unfold, it all depends on that as well. And then I created, because I really wanted for my floating element to be hidden behind this. So because this one measures almost 3 inches, so 2 3/4. So this one is, I forgot to write it down, and of course I forgot the measurements. I think 2.5 inches. Yeah, 2.5. So of course decreased by 5 millimeters or 1/4 inch. So let me put that mat on. Let me put the mat on, and I cut out this with special things from the same paper pad I showed you beginning of spring. Let me grab some paper. Yes, I don't want for my glue to leak on my mat, so I had to quickly protect it with a piece of paper. So I'm adding this flat again because it's going to be opening and closing, so I want it to be flat. Let me see. Oh, it's a long video again. I'm sorry, I just want to show you everything, and I don't really like to add voiceover and speed up videos. So you have to either fast forward if you want to go to the finish and see the finished project, or just bear with me. See, it's not easy to add here anything to, I've got a bit of thing, to this pearlescent card. And now for them, I will show you like I do a dry run. So we have to add here this, and we're going to let me just mark it. Where is my pencil? Oh, everything's all over the place. Okay, I'm going to mark it with my pen. So we're going to add here glue here. Ooh, it's escaping. And then we're going to add the glue. Let me think about it. Yes, we're going to add the glue here. So you need those two sections to apply glue on. You can use double-sided tape if you wish, but it's all up to you. Let me do a dry run, because this one will be up here. This one will be attached to that side, and when you open it, it will be like this. I hope you can see it now, what I'm trying to attempt. So let me do it. Let me put the glue, and the best way is to use actually a liquid glue. So I'm adding this here, and you can make it smaller or bigger. It's all up to you how you're going to do it. And this one will be here, and then you can add another one smaller or longer over here, because it all depends how you're going to open it, and I think it's a wonderful effect. And let me add the glue and close it. I think the best way is to actually add those two sections, add the glue to those two sections and close your card and hold it for the glue to dry. And I think that's what I'm going to do. And now, because I think my glue gun is actually ready for action, I'm going to use something heavy to push it. Okay, I've got this butterfly here. It's like a paperweight. So yeah, I can work on this. So adding that flower, I could add some sentiment, but I'm going to wait with that, because I'm not sure who's going to receive this card yet. So I can wait and see. And I'm going to add those leaves with hot glue as well. Why not? I will deal with those strings later, because I think once the glue dries, it's easier to remove those strings. And I've got this one, which I think I'm going to add over here. And because the pearlescent card is quite slippery, I think it's easier to add hot glue. Such a long day. Okay, let me move this one for now. I was actually thinking to add something else to the side. I was thinking about a bow or something else. Let me look into, I've got this box of string, twine, and all sorts of different things. So I think it would be nice to dig into this one. No, I think I will go for the pink one. Yes, I should go for the pink one if I were. Yes, I can see it beginning. So it looks like I was talking to myself for a second, and I was so lucky that I actually looked if the video is recording. Yeah, apparently I ran out of space on my mobile, so yes, such a day. So yes, I've got this bow, and I can, let me see if I like it or not. No, I don't like it for some reason. I don't like the double one, so let me. Yes, sometimes I don't know if you have those days as well when things are not actually going according to the plan. Yeah, but anyway, it's okay now. I think I like the single one, so let me add it with the hot glue. That's the best and the fastest way, I think, to add it with hot glue. Yes, and I like it this way. The composition is quite simple, but I like it. And yes, my floating element is actually for some reason I can't yes, it opens like this, and now I can actually add here this floating element here. So let me actually apply glue on this side and wait until everything dries so you can maneuver everything later on. I'm going to add it this way, and I'm going to close it again because I want my glue to dry completely. So you close one side, you close the other side, and I think I want to add a few gems, so just give me a moment. I'm going to grab them. I had those, let's see. So I'm going to add some gems here and there. I think I was thinking to add them here, and actually these are pearls, so let me add them here. And I want to add some on my butterfly as well here. So I'm adding a bit of glue. Push it aside. It's not easy to put those things on, isn't it? And now I have to make sure that I do clear the glue before I close this card. So this is my gatefold card with the floating element. So that's the front. I might add a little maybe sentiment later on if I know when and who is going to get that. These are the measurements. I will try to create a PDF for you. If I do, then you will see everything below the video. And that's the floating element inside. So I hope you like this card. I hope you will join us with this challenge again, and I'm looking forward to see your projects for this month's Fancy Fold Craft Challenge. So go over to Facebook group if you want to join with us, and follow the hashtag to see other crafters what they created this month. And if you want to add your own to any social media, Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, add that hashtag as well so we can check it out. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're going to have a wonderful Sunday and a wonderful month creating gatefold cards. So I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.